Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Quantum Flores, and today I'm going to do full breakdown on how I took this ETH trade, the complete breakdown, setup, risk management, and how you can spot this trade yourself. So lately market has just been crazy, but with all and everything, this March is still, yes, we still get some good trade and markets falling through our our basic layouts on how markets will play out. So now let's dive real into it first. So like I used to say, understanding trading, understanding building buyers, you have to know your structure first. If you know K level and you know liquidity, but your structure is not solid, you are going to have problem, like a big problem. And if you know structure and you know liquidity, but you don't know key level, it's going to affect you also. So that's why I said you have to consider the three: structure, key level, and liquidity. So, and I did an example in the last video on what structure. And structure is just like what the price is doing at a specific price at a specific time. If prices, are we in uptrend or are we in downtrend or are we in range market? Now, as you can see, this is uptrend. So this is the structure of the market. Now, if market should stop giving us higher highs and higher lows now, start giving us lower highs and lower low. Now you will know it's broken structure and it's high time you start selling and following through what the market is doing. So like I used to say and advise people in my group and channel, I usually say it's best to trade in line with markets. Trade in line with markets. You are not the market maker. You don't move the market. So it's best to be flexible and trade in the line the market is going. Don't trade against the market. And the particular mistake I made and a lot of newbies made is, okay, you have a POI, you have a point of interest, you marked out, and then you want to trade to that POI. Market has the mind of its own, and it can do anything you wish to. So if you are looking for buy, it's just best for you to wait for it rather than saying, okay, I want to sell to my POI, then I want to buy from there. So just be consistent with what you're doing. So now let's go to the main reason of this video. This ETH started the analysis from weekly actually. So this is what I saw. You see, week. This was last week candle. And so this eye has been. Let me delete everything and start afresh. Sorry. Yeah. What is price doing around this area? You can see the way price has been injecting for me, but price broke it. And when price broke it, now there is a key level over here. And what can we say? Price has taken this internal liquidity. Price has attacked liquidity, and price is reacting from a weekly open close. So this liquidity has been taken. It's just best, and since we are in bearish environment, so we know, okay, this low has to go. That's building this particular stuff is building your bias with liquidity. So now I'm combining liquidity, building my bias with liquidity and key level. Now, since what can we see here? Price has taken the high of this last week and the low is still standing. So since the low is still standing, now price has formed for us a shape key level over here on weekly. Now, what are we going to do? We are going to go down to the next lower time frame, go down to daily to confirm this move. Now on daily, what can we see? We can see a breakout. There is a breakout to the downside over here. You can see the breakout over here. There is a breakout to the downside. Now that confirms that okay, yes, market is ready to sell. If we didn't see any confirmation, you can't just jump into the market. Markets might retrace a bit and start buying. So we have to wait for our confirmation. Now I saw this confirmation price as close below here. Price has broken structure. So this was the weekly key level. Then I scaled down to 4 hours. Now on 4 hours, what can I see? Prices prices reacting from this particular weekly key level. That's where price is reacting from. And so what's the next thing for us? Then okay, price trade higher like this. Price comes like giving us lower highs and higher highs and lower lows. Then we have a liquidity sweep and there is a break of structure. This is the first breakout. There's a break of structure. So what I did was this. Now, what can we see? You can see it clearly now. Here on 4 hours on line chart. So I scale down to, since weekly rejects weekly, daily rejects daily, and then 4 hours is also rejecting for 4 hours. This is H-shape key level. This particular H-shape key level, that's where price is reacting from. Then I scale down to 1 hour for my entry. And why did I pick this entry? I think this is where I entered the market. Okay, yes, this is it. On 1 hour, this is liquidity sweep, right? Price buy to the upside, then break to the downside. Now, if you switch to your line chart, you can see clearly that price broke this structure. This structure has been broken. So then I'm targeting this QMR there. That's where my entry was. So immediately price does this. Okay, I got in and then it was, this is where I got in and I covered. So where is that weekly? This is my overall target. The price will get here. So you can see how clean it is. And then I had another entry on 1 hour. Yeah, this is the second entry I had on ETH. Okay, what can we see? Price is rejecting from this open close. Price is rejecting from this open close key level. And okay, I don't want to jump into the market immediately. I don't know, maybe price is going to retrace deeper or not. But when I saw this confirmation, liquidity sweep and break of structure happening inside this key level, after price is reacted from this key level, there is a break of structure over here. So I just mark this A-shaped key level. This A-shaped key level, that's where I'm at. Then I got my second entry. Yeah. I just covered here for my stop loss and still targeting it. That's 1 to 10. This is 1 to, that's 17 RR in just like just 17 RR. Now if you can catch it, if there's no really That's why I said patience is very vital when trading. Now, if I'm not patient enough, when I jump into the market is going to deal with me. But see, because I was patient, I was able to grab and cut this trade. So when you're trading and when you're making your analysis, wait for price to show you what you need to see your trading model and your trading strategy. If you can't see it, then that's no good area. Leave it. Markets will always be here. But when you lose your capital, then you are taken out of the game. You have to stay long enough for you to be consistent. Don't look for fast. Don't look for fast entry. Don't look for fast money or anything. Just wait. Build your build your portfolio consistently, and before you know, it will compound. So that's how I did the analysis on this. And well done. Let me show you one more SPS 500. This one was pretty straightforward. I caught this trade and I closed it already though. This is price is rejecting from here, from this key level. Let me show you. It's very clean on weekly that okay, price is price is bearish and price rejected from this open close. Then I don't want to just mark again on stuff like that. Okay, yeah, this. And on daily, what can we see? Price has been rejecting so long from this area, and so now saw a break to the downside over here. Now we mark this shape level. That's where price rejected from. Then on 4 hours, I was waiting for my confirmation. This is it. Now when price got here on 4 hours, I didn't get in immediately. I waited for price to give me my confirmation entry, and this is it. A break to the downside. There was a break to the downside over here. Let me switch to line chart so you can see. Yes, there was a break over here, the recent break. Now since I can see recent break, so I mark this out, and then you see price got there and start falling. Price got there and start falling. But this is the second entry I'm looking at. There is engulfing, 4 hours engulfing, full engulfing. So probably next week when price open, we are going to see a retracement to this level, and then we can continue the sale. So if you like this video and you learn one or two from this video, click the subscribe button and like, comments, and tell me in the comment section what pairs or markets you want me to analyze or share my thought process on. Thank you.